Good afternoon, students. Today we'll see about the thyroid hormones. Now, the thyroid hormones are secreted from the thyroid gland. These are the thyroxine, triiodothyronine, and the calcitonin. Thyroid gland acini, they secrete the thyroxine and the triiodothyronine, and the interstitial cells, that is the C cells, they secrete the calcitonin. Now coming to the synthesis of the thyroid hormones. The thyroid hormones are synthesized from the dietary iodide under the influence of the thyroid stimulating hormone secreted from the anterior pituitary. Now the dietary iodide is absorbed from the upper gastrointestinal tract and is carried in the plasma in the form of the inorganic iodide. Now following are the steps in the synthesis of the thyroid hormones. First step is the iodide trapping. The thyroid selectively traps the plasma iodide which is circulating in it against the concentration gradient in the thyroid follicular cells. So the concentration gradient is seen between the thyroid follicular cells and the plasma. So against that concentration gradient, it traps the plasma iodide, that is the inorganic iodide, and it traps it into the thyroid follicular cells. This is the active transport process against the concentration gradient, and it requires energy, and it is stimulated by the thyroid stimulating hormone. Now coming to the next step, after the iodide trapping, the next step is the oxidation of the iodide. Now the iodide trapping is done by the enzyme which is located in the basement membrane, that is the sodium iodide symporter. Now coming to the oxidation, that is the second step. The inorganic iodide, which is plasma iodide, which is taken inside the thyroid follicular cells. This inorganic iodide is oxidized to the iodine by the enzyme peroxidase. So the peroxidase enzyme, it causes oxidation of the inorganic iodide, and this is oxidized to the iodine by the enzyme which is catalyzed by the enzyme thyroid peroxidase. Now after the oxidation there occurs iodination. Now iodination of the tyrosyl residues takes place in the thyroglobulin molecule. The tyrosyl residues, they undergo iodination to form monoiodotyrosine and the diiodotyrosine, MIT and DIT. Then the fourth step is the coupling. Coupling is the final step in the synthesis of the thyroid hormones, and it is also catalyzed by the enzyme thyroid peroxidase. This also occurs in the thyroid follicular cells, and there occurs coupling of two molecules of the DIT to form the T4, and the one molecule of DIT and one molecule of the MIT, it forms the triiodothyronine or the TIT. So two molecules of DIT, they combine to form the T4, and one molecule of DIT and one molecule of MIT combines to form the T3. Then after the coupling, there is a hormone release. Hormone release occurs under the influence of TSH, that is the whatever is the hormone formed. Now it is stored in the thyroglobulin molecule inside the lumen of the thyroid follicular cells, and inside the thyroid follicular lumen. So here the thyroglobulin molecule is stored. It contains the thyroid hormones T3 and T4, and it also contains MIT and DIT. Now this undergoes proteolysis and the hormones are released into the blood. This occurs under the influence of TSH. So along with the T3, T4, MIT, DIT are also released. Now in the periphery, in the blood, T4 is converted into T3 in the liver. So this reaction takes place in the liver, where the T4 gets converted to the T3. T3 is the active form of the hormone. After the peripheral conversion of T4 to T3, the MIT and DIT, they get deiodinated. So deiodination takes place, and the whatever is the iodine which is released, this iodine is again actively taken up by the thyroid follicular cells and utilized for the formation of the new T3 and T4 hormones. So in this way there occurs a These are the various steps in the synthesis and release of the thyroid hormones which are under the influence of the TSH. TSH regulates all the synthesis and release of the thyroid hormones. Now coming to the mechanism of action of the thyroid hormones. Thyroid hormones, they act on the thyroid receptors which are located on the target cells. There are two types of thyroid receptors, thyroid alpha and thyroid beta receptors. They are located on the nucleus. The thyroid hormone enters the target cells. It gets converted into T3 inside the cytoplasm. T3 binds with the nuclear receptors. The complex which is formed, that is the T3 and the receptor complex, it migrates to the causes the activation of different genes, and there occurs a transcription of messenger RNA, and there occurs a synthesis of various proteins. So this action is the genomic action which takes place, and this genomic action leads to the synthesis of the various proteins. Then the non-genomic action of the thyroid hormones occurs on the plasma membrane and in the cytoplasm and in the mitochondria, which occurs early in the course of the before the hormone reaches the nucleus. Now here this is involved in cellular metabolism. So this is the main mechanism of action, that is T4 enters the target cell, gets converted into T3. T3 binds to the nuclear receptors, and the nuclear receptors causes, after binding of the receptor and the hormone complex, it causes transcription of the messenger RNA. Transcription of the messenger RNA leads to the activation of different genes. This is known as the genomic action, and then there is a protein synthesis. Various proteins are synthesized which are required for the protein synthesis, and then after the proteins are synthesized, then you can see the diverse effects of the thyroid hormones. Various effects of the thyroid hormones are seen. Now why T4 is converted into T3? Because T3 is having more affinity to the thyroid receptors as compared to the T4. Now coming to the after the mechanism of action, let us see the differences between T3 and T4. T3 is formed from conversion of combination of DIT and MIT, while T4 is formed by a combination of two DIT molecules. T3 is having quick onset of action, T4 is having delayed onset of action. T3 is having short duration of action, that is 1 day. T4 is having long duration of action, that is 7 days. T3 is more potent, T4 is less potent. T3 is used in the emergency conditions like myxedema, coma. T4 is used for other uses of the thyroid hormones. Now coming to the preparations, they are available as tablets and parenteral preparation. T4, that is levothyroxine, is available as tablet, as well as parenteral preparation, that is IV injection is available, and T3, that is liothyronine, is available as tablet, as well as it is available as parenteral preparation. Now coming to the pharmacological actions of the thyroid hormones.